Hello and welcome to A Life in 10 Pictures with me, Stephen Parry. My guest this week is the actor Charles Dale. Charles, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with the first one then, let's have a look.
Okay.
Oh.
This is just one of my favourite pictures of Lol when he was little.
How old is he here?
He's about, I think he's about 4 or 5 there. About 4 maybe. On the North Beach in Tenby. And one day I shall get a fantastic artist to make a painting of it, because it's just, I think it's just the most wonderful photograph.
It is.
And he just, when he was young, and he had quite a few little difficulties when he was little, which he's done amazingly to get through. And he's just happy, you know, and he's just happy there on the beach. And it's the beach I love and the boy I love, and that's, you know.
Let's have a look at the next one.
Another of the love of my life.
This is not a character you've played,
This
obviously.
is not a character to play. This is my dog. He's a very talented hound. There's a picture of my dog called Ben, who Laurie named. He does impressions. That's Mother Teresa.
How long have you had Ben?
Ben is about 2.5 years old now. He's a black lab. He's mad as a fish. But he's just very lovely, and it's been really good for Lol to have him around.
Yeah.
They're like bros. They kind of love each other 1 minute and hate each other the next minute, but spend vast amount of times in each other's company. So
They are a responsibility though, aren't they?
they are a responsibility. You know, I mean, but it's not difficult. You know, if the worst comes to the worst, I get on the bike and I go home at lunchtime and let him out and come back again. You know, so that's the joy of being 5 minutes from work.
And working from home is perfect like that.
Exactly.
My guest this week is an actress, a TV presenter, and one of life's great survivors. Heilwen Haf, croeso, welcome to the programme.
Diolch yn fawr, thank you very much indeed.
Where do we start?
Okay, let's go back very nearly to the beginning. My lovely brother, sister, and I, Brian, Gwenda, and Heilwen Haf, the tubby one in the middle, the youngest of 3, to Gwilym and Gwyneth Evans, Corwen, Butchers. Wonderful family upbringing in a wonderful community. Doors were always open. In fact, as a baby, I'm told that I was put in the bottom drawer of a chest by the door, and people would pass by and say, "Hello, Heilwen Bach." And there I would be, happy as Larry. My first touch of having, you know, being centre of attention, really. Can I show you this
You
now,
can,
please?
that's why you're
oh,
here.
Look.
This is the Heilwen I know. Yeah.
Isn't that
take us through
naughty?
this one.
Well,
Who are the
they
people
are
in the
gorgeous.
photograph each
Well,
side,
the
grabbing your brawn?
This was to celebrate a big birthday. Dylan, he is Gwenda Griffith's son, Dylan Griffith. Brilliant character, huge personality, larger than life. Known him since baby, since birth. And I absolutely adore him, and he is naughty with me. Griff Roland here, another pal of mine. I call them my boys, really.
Another naughty one.
Another naughty one. And as you can see, I mean, they are much my juniors, but I love the energy that they bring into my life, and the laughter and the amusement, and they're cheeky with me. And it's so refreshing for, you know, the older woman in her 70s to have the pleasure of these young men.
Being your human bra.
Isn't it terrific? Because that's to celebrate that I am alive,
Yeah.
and, you know, okay, one's gone, but I'm still woman.
You're still here.
Yes.
My guest this week is the TV director Terry Dyddgen-Jones, who has directed Pobl y Cwm, Hollyoaks, and one of my favourite programmes, Coronation Street. Terry, croeso, welcome to the programme.
Thank you very much, Stephen. The first picture I have is actually a new talent and this photograph was taken not long after Michelle Keegan joined the series. She is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's Beauty and the Beast, really, when you see that photograph. And she's incredible. She is a fantastic actor, and she certainly knows her craft in terms of performance and in terms of interpreting text. And just in terms of bringing that honesty and clarity to what she does, she's absolutely remarkable. Absolutely. And we remain on Corrie because it's Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian.
And Sir Ian made a huge difference to Corrie.
In what way?
Well, because actors theatre actors and film actors hadn't been beating a path to Corrie's door for years. And I think when Sir Ian came in, it was a sea change. And then the rest of the acting profession sort of went, well, if Ian McKellen can come in and do Corrie, then obviously it's an okay gig to do. And he was very, very generous. And at the end of the process, even though I didn't get to work with him, he wasn't on my block, unfortunately, he threw a huge party. It's probably one of the biggest parties and certainly one of the longest parties I've ever been to. And he was generous to a fault. And everybody, from Dave in security, who is a bit of a legend in ITV, right up to the MD, were there. And it was a remarkable evening to have so many famous people in one room. And it's one of my enduring memories of Coronation Street.
My guest this week is the presenter, Angharad Mair. Angharad, croeso, welcome to the programme.
Diolch yn fawr, thank you very much. The first picture is the first photo shoot ever that I did for television. That was my first job.
And you know how to stand.
The programme was called Billy Dokar, and it was produced by BBC Wales for S4C, and it was in 1982. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, Stephen, that whatever happens in your life, you always need that little bit of luck as well.
Yes.
And my little piece of luck was that I actually left college the same year that S4C was set up. So the whole emphasis was on new faces, new people for the new channel. And we had some great days on Billy Dokar. It was brilliant.
Right, let's look at the next picture.
Oh, I had to bring this one in. Now,
Fantastic picture.
I am proud of this one.
Oh, you look like Superwoman.
I'm 37 in this one, and I'm running in the World Championships in Athens, which was incredible.
Amazing.
It was amazing, and it's an experience that I'll always remember. And I do think that sometimes in life, you can open new doors. You don't have to think, well, this is what I do and this is what I'll always do. And I did feel at the time as if I'd opened a door, stepped in, and found myself in a sort of parallel world.
Brand new world.
A brand new world. And sometimes when I go to speak to schools, that's what I try and tell young people, that not to think that whatever you've landed up doing is what you have to do.
Yeah.
There are parallel worlds all around us, as long as you open the various doors that you can't see, but they're there.
My guest this week is none other than Jamie Balch. Croeso, welcome.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Let's see what you do. Let's see your first picture.
Well, my first picture.
Lovely dungarees.
Well, it makes sense to have a picture of me when I was a little boy. And yeah, I love those dungarees. I love that.
And you know how to pout.
I know. See that pout? I always used to do faces.
That's a good one. We'll freeze frame that and keep that.
Yeah, that's it. I always used to do faces. And everyone used to laugh at me when I was a little kid, so I always used to put faces. And that was in Cumbran, in a house in Hentless, which I grew up with my mum and dad and brother and two sisters. So that's one of my favourite shots of me when I must have been about 1 year old there.
Were you a little show-off?
Oh, yeah. Nothing's changed, is it? Nothing's...
Let's have a look at that one.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant one. Look at those legs.
I know. I wish I had them now.
Yeah, we all wish you had them now. So tell us about this day.
That day, the Olympics. That's in the Olympic final.
It's a bit of a jump, isn't it?
It is, from going from sports day to the Olympics. I mean, it was hard. It was 11 years until I got my Olympic medal, from when I started to actually getting it. And what people they'll look at the shot like that and go, wow, the Olympian, but they don't realise what you had to do in between. And that was training 7 days a week. That was missing certain things in your life which your friends were doing, and it was hard graft. But when you got the reward, which is an Olympic medal at the end of it, and to compete in front of 100,000 people in a stadium and maybe 1 billion people watching on TV is not a bad shout, and especially doing it for Wales as well.
Yeah.
But I remember everything about it. Because when you run at that level, and it's most people like you when you did the stuff in the West End, is you remember certain key elements about it. And when you're very good at something, like I was in athletics, everything slows down. You've got all the time in the world to do what you've got to do, because you've trained as hard as you can. You've trained with the likes of Colin Jackson, who was my coach, Darren Campbell, Catherine Merry, Linford Christie, John Regis. So I train with the best, and if you train with the best, you can't help but become the best, you know. But yeah, good day, good moment, and it's nice. It's nice. I'll have that memory forever, you know. Being on the rostrum at the Olympics, it doesn't get much better than that.